4th of April, Canada. Yeah. So I wrote the mess. I got, everybody wants to know how to lengthen their electric motor. I got 28 inch. I want to put in my bow mount. Lots of, not a whole lot of information out there, but this was what I did. There's my motor. There's the top part of the shaft. I took the head off, self-explanatory, unhooked the wires, and come out with these ends of these wires. I put a rod in it, so it was long enough for this shaft. I taped it to it. I found this piece of pipe right here, and I slipped it all the way down the shaft. Try to do here with one hand. All the way down the shaft. And I took my mini grinder and I cut it off here. So you can see, so I would have nicked it. I would have nicked inside there once. All right. More to follow. All right. Well, that one in there, slick as snot, man. So, yeah. I got that whole thing. Be able to shove it right down inside there. So it's down to probably around here. I want to make my cuts here. The cheap bugger. All this to save $1,200. Because that's how much one of those bow mounts cost. $400 for your, $1,200 for your boat. Only because the shaft is longer. It's all the same thing. So far. Then I measured out what I wanted for PVC piping. Took the hot air gun, heated all the end of the pipe, and shoved this piece in as far as I wanted to go. You can see that's how it went. I had to heat it again to get it out. All right. I found a piece of like tenting stuff. Tenting pole. All right. Of course, it was too big to fit inside there. So I took mini grinder cutting disc and I kept cutting pieces off and pinching in the vise until I got a piece that would slide inside of this tube. All right, it's like a spring pin. So I got to squeeze it, it'll go in. I'll sink it in there about 4 inches. And then by shrinking this pipe, it fits right in here. And I'm going to weld that together solid. Follow me? Okay. So see, this is the other one. See, that's for one side. Now I'm putting the other one in. Big mistake, everybody, though, they want to shove it in here, say 4 inches. They heat the whole 4 inches up here. Then when you go to shove this here pipe inside it, all this will buckle and turn and collapse on you. So only work with like the first 2 inches of the pipe to get it soft. That's why I stopped it. I would have kept right on. Heating up, and slowly putting it in there. But I stopped it just to show you, you know, just heat up a little bit. Once you get the pipe in there, then you can start concentrating your heat and putting it in further and further. All right. So we got that one there. My mounts and everything come up to here. So I had like 20 some inches. Now there's flex to the PVC. This has to slide in there too. So I end up with probably about 18 inches of PVC in between. Probably more, 20 inches of PVC. But, so to eliminate the flex, I went and I got one of these poles And of course, it didn't fit into the end here. So what I've done, I made like a squeeze it together, a split pin, right? So which was this, and I just kept cutting out material and pinching it together in the vise until it was a piece that would slide up in that pole. So I only got to make 2 of these to slide into, one in this end and one into the end of the motor. But this piece that I took out and shrunk is the size of this here bigger shaft. So I'll put that and I'll weld that in there. This bigger stuff will go through the PVC, and that'll give me solid metal inside the PVC joining those 2 black pieces. That's the plan. Alright, so where's that in there? That's a stainless steel bolt. So that piece that slides into that, I bought this Marine Weld, and as you can see, aluminum, fiberglass, plastic, plastic composites, wood, carpet. It does just about anything, and it's waterproof. So I'll pull that pin out and I'll butter it right up with this stuff, shove it back in there, and that'll do that nice and tight. And then there's still, I got my plastics got to go on there. I'm supposed to put that stuff in there too, but when it's hot and I'm trying to stretch that white over top of here, I don't know if it's just going to drag that stuff off and pile on the opening. I don't know, but I still have to mar that all up, scratch it all up, at least so this stuff here will stick to it really well. So I'll try and chunk this out with my cutting disc. So I'll lay it flat here first, take this one out, and then take that one out. Now just pinch it in, close up the best you can. Alright, now grab your vise right along that line and pinch that piece in a little bit. So you can see I'm pushing that piece underneath. I'm pushing that piece underneath. Okay, looking for a round there. So it's kind of squashed in there. Now I'll do the same with the other side. And then just go back and forth until you think you got it to something that'll fit. The first one was just a guess. I don't know how much I took off, maybe a 1/4 inch. I'll try it out, get back to you. I mean, fancy gonna put an old red duck motor back on my boat. Alright, man. So my mount, there's my head. That takes up that. So that piece there, right? That's one of those pins I made. it's sunk into here. This be I got a marine MMA cement, and so this has a stainless steel nut and bolt through it, and it'll be done. This will be welded in here, coming out perfectly straight. Same down here, right? Cemented in, stainless steel bolt, silicone, I guess, probably in the hole before I shove the bolt through it, just in case. But I'll put it in that weld that's supposed to be water resistant, waterproof, and that will weld it up. And then cover that with all that. Paint that black. This will get bolted. This gets bolted to there and there. All right, and all cemented in. So that's supposed to be the scoop. But what would be cool? Is I'm thinking, how far down can you spray that spray foam? Because this shaft, this pipe here is a little bit smaller than this. This is really just a waterproof cover with a little bit of strength. My strength's coming from the steel mounted into the fiberglass. But that's for strength too. So, but I like to fill in the gap. So, any ideas? Any ideas when I shove that through there, how to get something in there other than that, or I'm gonna just do like tape it in like 5 or 6 sections. That'll just stop any vibration. I'll make sort of like the tape's really tight and slide it in. It should last, but if like a spray foam will reach that far in, that'd be cool. Let me know. So basically, there's how it's gonna look. All right. So I have to extend the wires. This will be the tricky one, because I got to weld through here. I got to drill through here. And I got to drill through here. But it's not the same as doing this one, because the wires are going to be in here. There's not a whole lot of room. I don't know if you can see, but down this hole there's a wires. There's going to be just enough. I'm going to have to kind of put something in here, get the wires to separate, so I can get my bolt down through. And I'm going to have the same dilemma down here. But as it stands, that sucker there, she's right in line. She's nice and straight. Well, that's crooked down in the end, but that's because it's not set yet. I got my hole on here. Everything will run off of this hole. Cool. All right. So there's my little split pins welded in there. That go into the base of the motor. And into the handle. But I don't want, this is a little sloppy in here. So what I did, I've drilled on each side, same as here. And what I'll do is run a spot weld, right into the hole, and that'll take any play out of the pipe that's slid in there, if any play at all, but that'll just make it a little more rigid. Well, there we go. All back together. I got travel here, right, for my up and down. least we got power. So now we won't know until we put her on the boat, put her in the water, and torque it. And who knows? That shaft right there and the metal inside may bend and split. I don't know. So altogether, that's 60 inches up there. I'm not quite sure on this here yet. I got to see how far I come over my bow, because I want to be able to sit in my chair and get it. So that's where we stand, man.